Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. K-Wise.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in. We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real2reel360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Peace.
Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of God's nurse to all the human families on the planet Earth. We bid you a love, peace, and happiness. High salute. I am DJ K-Wise Allah. Welcome to Real2reel360. All right, y'all. The time is coming to give more flowers to living legends, and we got another one in the midst. So without further ado, let me bring on my brother in God to bring this dynamic person in the view. Joshua Allah, you in the background. I see you. Are we ready, my brother? Let's go get him.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. We in here for a double header today, and it's finna go down, man. When I tell you, this individual here, those who know, he has done some things for us as a generation that only a few has accomplished. He's done things that Freaknik could never do for us. And I'm going to let it be known right now. So we got the one and only, you know what I'm saying? Like my brother said, the living legend himself. Lead singer of the group True. The one and only Mr. Stephen Russell Hart. Let's bring him in, Kate.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
What's good? What's good, bro?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Glad to be on, man. Thanks for having me.
Bro,
Again, it's a pleasure and honor.
It's to us, it's an honor and a privilege, you know what I'm saying, that we done had this be the third time we done had you and be able to have that kind of access to someone of your stature. Over the years, can you explain like what keeps you motivated?
Just having so much that you want to offer, man. You know, like there's so much I want to give creatively. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's through my writing, through the songwriting, drawing, it just doesn't matter. There's so much I want to give. And I think that's what keeps me going because it's always something that I want to do. You know, it's always something an idea that I want to bring to life and manifest. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, I know individuals when they see you and they recognize you, everybody pretty much says the same thing about how your music impacted their lives.
Yeah.
When you hear things like that, what feeling comes over you that you have impacted so many people?
It's just a feeling of joy, to be honest. It's a joyful experience because that's what we created the music for. You know, that was the whole goal when we did the songs and picked the songs that we did, especially, you know, what my mind was on was it was something that was going to be dynamic in the people's lives, like how music was for me and my mom, you know. So when somebody tells me how my music has affected them, I feel like I did my job on some strange level, if that makes any sense, you know.
Definitely does. Because like we were saying behind the scenes, your music, it takes us back to a period in time where things were so much sweeter, so much better, so much easier for us
Yeah.
coming through. And then the lyrical wordplay that was used during that period in time was totally different than it is today.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So how many times have you heard that I've I had to play that song that you sung, you know what I'm saying, while I'm on the phone with my old girl, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the song that she liked and that got my rap going, or you know what I'm saying? That was
Thousands of times, man. And you know another big one is somebody stole that cassette, got stolen from me. We've got the
uh-huh.
most stolen cassette on. We gotta hold the crown in that. I've heard that so many times throughout my life about how our music was stolen. The CD was stolen. Somebody stole the CD out of my car. You know, I heard that a lot.
Oh,
And that
trust
I
me.
had to play this for my girl, you know.
Hmm. Definitely. You know, it's something about your music that resonates with all of us. You know what I'm
Gave
saying?
brothers some rap
Yeah.
that couldn't rap. That's what it was.
Hey
Right.
man, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was one of them brothers, man, that when the song came on, I had to get that slow dance on. I had to get that slow dance on. I wasn't doing the lean or anything else. I was sitting there looking. You know what I'm saying? I was lurking.
I
I was
know that's
lurking.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
those songs gave you the opportunity to be in that ear. See, some of us, you know what I'm saying, had that game where you get off in that ear, you lay in that ear. And then when you
Yeah.
got the right music, you know what I'm saying, you're out of there. That's
Yeah.
just all there is to it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
That's facts.
that's facts. So you slow dance and you get off of that ear, it's time to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
That's why some of us, you know what I'm saying, we came to the parties, we came in different rides.
That's awesome, man.
But
It's it's
those,
beautiful to be the soundtrack to that. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I was gonna ask you that, you know what I mean? The soundtrack to a lot of people love life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I love it.
Um, that is, to me, that speaks volume for the artist.
Yeah.
Because we always talk about what artists, you know what I'm saying, what songs was you conceived on, or what song this
Right.
was.
That's funny, man. There's a lot
You
of
know,
true babies out there.
there's a lot of them out there, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, and Nakia Jones said a true renaissance man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
something that's amazing as by itself. When you think about just, you still get the same response today on stage
Yeah.
that you did back then.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. But we put a lot of energy. I'm telling you, energetically, we put a lot into being impacting the people who we touched that way. We wanted to be something extra special in the music business. That was our goal, man. So
Hmm.
when to see that we did, the people that we touch still come and see us and support us and give us, like you said, that same energy, it just all shows to be true about what you put out, you get back in a certain way, you know what I'm saying, energetically, you know.
And it's like when you say your name or you say Troop's name, people know instantly, and they
Yeah.
go back to a certain song. That'd be the first thing they come out. Yeah, they sung da 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 da. They sung. Da,
Yeah.
da. I saw them when they came to the Coliseum and da da
Yeah.
da 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 da. You know, and when y'all came out, it
Crazy.
was a bunch of groups. It had a bunch of groups at the time.
Yeah.
Bunch of, you know what I'm saying, brothers, you know what I'm saying, coming together, you know what I'm saying, as one. And what was that experience like coming behind Troop? If they wasn't ready, could they really come behind Troop at a show?
Well, they can definitely come behind us because I'm sure you're on the road. You got you a good record on the charts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna be able to come back and do your hit song and but as far as performing back then, man, it was like a group of Bobby Browns. You know what I'm saying? It was like Troop was hard to deal with when it came to that, man. And I have to toot my horn on it because that was our whole goal. And we, you notice after us, it turned the other direction. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? We didn't make groups dance harder. We made them stop. You know what I'm saying? And
How does it?
until the group I produced, B2K, came along, and B2K was getting busy. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
until then, we stopped. Groups wasn't doing all of that. We went hard, bro. We went really, really hard, man, and we went hard on purpose. We wanted to serve. We wanted to give you what you came for, whether you were going after us or we coming after you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's going
Definitely.
down, man. And we did that on purpose, man. Truth, we really, really worked hard and practiced hard to be one of the best performing apparatuses going at the time. That was big for us.
I tell you, it's definitely noticeable. And like you said, a lot of times people stop dancing. They stop the part of entertaining. Stop the part of entertaining and just standing and singing and
Yeah.
what have you. So
No, with little to no choreography.
yeah, little to no choreography. And nowadays is little to no artist development.
Oh, you got to come ready.
Little
It's a
to no
total.
artist development.
Yeah, yeah. There is no artist development really right now, unless there's a label executive that holds a certain position that takes a certain interest in an artist. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Other than that, it's by way of a production company that already has an artist, or one of the executives saw somebody on YouTube that was hot and had a lot of numbers. It's a total different game now, man. It's not the same at all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Big boy, what's going on? New York in the building. Hey, now how many groups or artists did you work with far as production wise?
How many?
Hmm.
Shoot, I wish I could. I wish I could show you guys.
Ooh, look at them plaques. Look at those plaques. Man, that's amazing.
It's a true archive right there, man.
Yeah, yeah, man.
That's what
How
it.
does it, Steve? How does it feel, man, to know that your group will stand the test of time amongst the older greats, such like as Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Isley Brothers, Brothers Johnson? I mean, groups that have made serious marks in the world of love, and now we got Troop in the biz. How does that make you feel to understand when somebody puts on a Troop record, they know that there's love coming off of those albums that they hit? How does that feel for you?
Feels good, man, because love is what it's about. I got into music because I loved it. I loved the music that my mother was playing, the passion that she had when she was singing the songs, tears rolling out of her eyes, and she just standing in the living room just singing. I'm a little kid, I'm just watching.
Hmm.
And I still that made me into the person that I was as far as music and the love for it. So it makes me feel good to know that it's reciprocated like that by people, that it's a love thing. I love that, man. you know I love it.
I have a question because the last time we talked, we was talking about your relationship with Big Bub, right? How come we never got a collaboration with Stephen Russell Hart and Big Bub? Could
Well,
you
we have.
imagine?
It's funny. I just got off the phone with Bub yesterday talking about this, but we do have a collab um, on one of Troop's compilation albums. I think it's Deeper Revisited.
Hmm.
I redid a song called "Gots to Be," and
Right.
it's featuring Big Bub.
Hmm.
So that is available right now on all down on platforms.
But
Uh,
when I was thinking, like, how you saw Gerald and Keith come together
oh,
and Johnny come together, You know, so not just a record. We talking about a
Oh,
whole CD. Could you imagine?
that'd be hot, man.
That would have been amazing
You just
to
gave me an idea.
have to have Stevie Russ and Big Buck on the same album, same songs, going back and forth.
Going back and forth. And even add another guy like LSG.
Yeah,
Find
had another
somebody
guy.
else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That'd be hard. That's a
that'd
great
be
idea, man. But that would be dope. 'Cause Bub is super talented, man.
yes, yes.
He's super talented. And what I love about him is we get along really, really good. And yet he's still so professional. When it's time to when it's time to go,
Hmm.
he's like me. He kicked right in, man. You know,
Right,
very professional. I love Bub, man. That's my buddy.
man. And the kid said your song "Young Girl" has gotten her through so much, even till this day.
Wow. Somebody sent me a suicide note over that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my fan mails on tour. This girl was about to kill herself, and she listened to the song "Young Girl," and it saved her life. It stopped her from doing that, and
Mhm.
she sent me the letter, man. So that's beautiful. I'm glad it still got magic to it. You know.
See, this is what I was saying. Like, shout out Annette Hart. Shout out to you, love. Um, about how music can definitely soothe you, and the right artist singing the right song can actually save you.
Yeah, man, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? And
Music definitely saved me plenty of times.
mhm.
You know,
and
go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, 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 no. By all means.
No, I was just gonna say, even in situations where I'm heartbroken, you know, I'm listening to Luther. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's really impactful, and it's great to be on the side of it where it's impacting people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's really really awesome to experience that side because that's what you do it for. You know, um, we all start off loving music and wanting to produce music because we love it. You
Mhm.
know, wanting to be rich and famous comes along with it, but it's the love of the music initially that all gets us in this rabbit hole of music. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
love of it.
Well, you know, it's definitely the love of it. It's definitely life changing because, like you say, you know, saving that young lady's life, or being the soundtrack to someone's love life,
Right.
or you know, what I'm saying, different emotions, even getting the party started.
Right.
Even you get the party started, you had so much inside of the Troop catalog. Then you
Right.
have your production, your own production that you've done, and your own writing that you've done. It was so much that you have to offer to the genre of music, to the game of music itself.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you say to the younger generation that you know is using your career as a blueprint?
Hmm. You know, if there's somebody that saw something in the way that I created and built my career as a writer, and it helps their get down, use it. I mean, I'm following the format of the guys that I admire: Joe Laverde, Babyface,
Mhm.
Howard Hewitt, O'Brien, Melvin Riley, Chucky Booker, just the people that I love and that I follow all of. I'm a part of. They're all a part of me. You know what I'm saying? In the way that I've gotten down. So each one teach one, man. I came from good music. I was fortunate enough to be exposed to great music people when I got in the music business. I was smart enough to befriend them and learn from them and be able to be a student. So, um, uh, I mean, that was my goal, was just to try to be one of those guys. When you mentioned Steve Russell would be the same as mentioned Lionel Richie or Babyface Edmonds. Or, I wanted to be one of those guys. I wanted to exist in the realm of people that were bigger than the groups that started them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Definitely, because we go back to a period in time, an era of time, where um, we call it the golden era of music. You know what I'm saying? The 80s,
Yeah.
90s, the golden era of music, whether it's hip hop, whether it's R&B, it was music that you could feel. It was music
Period.
that you could feel, period. And that's what it was about. It was
Yeah.
about feelings. It was about emotions. And that was something that the artist, you know what I'm saying, had enough wherewithal to know how to play with the audience's emotions.
Yeah.
You would be on stage and women would fall in love with you. You know what I'm saying? You'd be dancing
Yeah.
and then throw your jacket or your shirt open, and next you know they're on the floor.
Yeah.
Then you get the dancing, and then you get the serenading them. It's a whole different. I think that's the reason why a lot of black women is on blood pressure medicine now, because
Yeah, it's a whole thing that comes along with it, man. I think as all of us being parts of the Most High, having this wicked experience in this flesh, not remembering why we here, but we got this power and we don't know we got it. And I think
Mhm,
this whole experience throughout all that, the connection that we are love in source, that
mhm,
that's what we are. I think that that's the connecting force in music being so high on the spiritual scale of being
mhm,
able to communicate that energetically. I think that that's what has held people to music for so long, is the love factor. And now it's like the love factor has changed in music.
mhm,
It's not a lot of love. It's a different thing going on. It's not a lot of love talk, but we want that. We're waiting for love to come back to this music that we love so much. We just can't wait for love to come back, where you can say,
mhm,
yeah, yeah, that's what I want to say to my girl.
mhm,
Yeah, that's how I feel. That just happened to me. Oh, dang. It's
mhm.
it's time for that. So, I think as walking pieces of source, I think we're all starving for the day that comes back to the music.
Definitely, definitely looking forward to having that feeling again when you heard your very first Troop album.
Man.
When you know what I mean, looking for that. When you go
Yeah.
to the party, and all the ladies that's in the comments now, and all the fellas or what have you that are watching know exactly what I'm about to say. When it that you wait from Monday to Friday night all week long for that one party. You've been trying to get close to that young female all week, but you know she's coming to that party. Shout out DJ Fuji. She coming to that party, and you know if that song come on and you get close to her, she's
It's a
gonna be your
wrap.
girlfriend. She's gonna be your girlfriend for the next month. For
It's a
the because
wrap.
back in the days, a month was a long term relationship.
Yeah, and and the right song sets the right tone for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That dance, that moment that you cheek to cheek with this girl that you feel this way about, you
Hmm.
don't know how she feels. It could be the best moment of her life too, but you just tripping off of how excited you are. Man, that only comes once.
Right.
You only get that kind of stuff one or two times. So the music that's being the soundtrack of that is some serious stuff, man. You know, it's
What is
pretty
it
deep.
like to have your music played at people's weddings? Because people was playing Troop at weddings during that period of time, for real, for real.
I love it. Again, it's the love factor. Songs like "I Will Always Love You," "Still in Love," "Sweet
Hmm.
November."
Hmm.
I love it. I think it makes sense. If you've connected to a song like "I Will Always Love You," and you want to express that exact thing to your partner, I think it's the perfect song, you know,
Most
perfect
definitely.
opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's the love factor. You know what I'm saying?
I tell
I
you,
love it.
it definitely was a beautiful period in time that I wish we can all relive again. But
Yeah.
you're still working, so we can relive it again.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
You still
We got some
producing, you
stuff
still
coming.
writing,
Yeah.
you
Yes,
still
sir.
writing, so we can relive that same moment again. But right now,
Yes.
here on Real to Real 360, we want to give you your flowers. My brother got some songs he want to sit there and saying and play for you, and he want everybody to realize that you are the icon and living legend that we say you are, that they know
Wow.
you are. All right,
I appreciate it, man.
no doubt, big bro. You know what time it is.
Oddly enough, oddly enough, since y'all were talking, you started off talking about the combination of him and Big Bug.
Mhm.
Big Bug. Oddly enough, I just happen to have got to be right here.
Oh, okay.
Let's get it.
It's not my way to talk to strangers, but I feel like I already know you. If you need somebody, I wanna manage you. I can tell that you've been through some changes in your past relationships, but come on and walk through that door, 'cause I'm what you've been waiting for. Let it off. Girl, we can last time. We can talk through the good times and bad times. I wanna be the gots to be in your life. Gots to be the one that makes you sad. Gots to be the one you never had. Gots to be the one that you want so damn bad. Gotta be your everything, everything. Gots to be the only one you find. Gots to be the one that makes you cry. Gots to be the one you don't like half the time. Gotta be your everything, yeah. Girl, you just can't love anybody. I tell you I'm the right one for you, but you got to believe me, 'cause everything that I tell you is true, yeah. I wanna be your mother, oh, your father, your brother, and your sister too. Be the good, be the bad, be the counselor that you run to. Girl, let it off. Girl, we can last time. We can talk. A good time. I wanna be the gots to be your life. You don't deserve to be the only one man you that deserve. Gotta be your everything. Your everything. Gots to be the one. Gots to be the one you love to hate. Be the one you let eat off your plate. Oh, your plate. Gotta be your everything. Gotta be your everything. Listen, things ain't always gonna be so easy, girl. And I can let you know for sure that I can always be for the long run. I might make you mad, you cuss me out, but you're still my girl. And I promise that I will never put my hands on you, girl. I wanna be everything to you, girl. Gotta be your everything, your everything, your everything. Got to be the one that you regret. Got to be the one that keeps it something way. Gotta be your everything. Gotta be your everything. I don't want you to love nobody but me. You and me can do almost anything. Got to be the one you want. Gotta be. Got to be the one you want. You can't get mad at nobody but me. In fact, I'm the only one you can receive. Gotta be the one you gotta be. Gotta be the one you want. Gotta be. Gotta be everything to you. Gotta be everything. You don't really understand.
Could you imagine a whole CD of Steven Russell and Big Bub?
Man, I would like to just be a producer and just produce Bub. You know,
But-
just let Bub be the artist, and I just produce him, and I'll sing on the backgrounds like some Kenny, like Michael McDonald or something. You know.
Man, listen, bro, y'all together is an instant classic.
Yeah,
The voices mesh so well. You know what I mean? They mesh so well, man. I know.
We're just talking about that, man. That's pretty funny.
As fans, we feel deprived of that. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's dope.
of the artistry.
Yeah.
During that
And
time.
now we don't have those type of individuals with those type of skills. Most of the individuals now are studio enhanced, and you know what I mean? They don't have the stamina to perform on stage, and these are young guys. These ain't brothers.
Essence, they wasn't exposed to, not to cut you off, but they weren't exposed to Essence music so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we was babies of certain music. So we was able to get that back in that generation. We was able to get that right back from the 60s and the 70s, you know, in the 80s, the early 80s. We was able to get that back in the late 80s and on into the 90s, you know. So I understand why you say what you say, because the exposure to the music is different. So they can't put out that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. These kids, a lot of these kids can't reproduce that feeling that the music comes from, because they wasn't exposed to it in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
man.
Sucks, but
as soon as that song came on, or you see it jamming this classic fire, you know what I'm saying? Vibes and everything else. Okay, what you got coming next, man? Let's get this groove going, man. Let's celebrate this.
Let's get into the dance moves, man.
All right, let's get into it. Papa Don in the building.
Mi amor es muy bonita, muy bonita. Out now. You make me so happy. I never thought I'd feel this way before. And now that I get to know you better, I think I'm gonna love you even more. Oh, girl, mamacita, so glad to meet you. Señorita, don't you know how much I need you? Mamacita, I love you, baby. So glad to meet you, so glad, baby. Señorita, don't you know how much I need you? Ooh, ooh, say ooh, 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 say 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 ooh, say ooh, say ooh, Mamacita, I love you, baby. So glad to meet you, baby. Señorita, don't you know I love you? Mamacita, I love you, sugar. So glad to meet you, sweet thing. Señorita, don't you know I want you? Girl, I love you so, never gonna let you go. Be by my side, without you I'm half alive. Make me wanna say ooh, ooh, ooh. I say ooh, 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 ooh. I say ooh, ooh, ooh. I say ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, so glad, so glad. Señorita, me more. Don't you know how much I need you?
Ladies and gentlemen, as y'all all can see, we are blessed and graced with the presence of the lead singer of Troop, Mr. Stephen Russell
Yeah,
Hart.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yes, sir.
definitely the music is amazing, man. And like DJ Fuji he said he remember y'all was on tour with Hammer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Hung out
man,
at the Checker Dome
man,
in St. Louis.
we went around the world a couple times with Hammer, man. That was fun. That's some real
Definitely.
stuff right there, man. We used to rock out with Hammer, man.
Now,
That was fun, man.
the tours. Could you talk about how the tours were back then? And shout out to KD Dawson. He said he's still waiting on that lean because y'all have that bet going on the lean, that G bet. You know what I'm saying? If you still could do the lean, so
What? You might as well. You might as well just send it over through Cash App, bro. Some things you just can't not forget. You can't forget.
So your tour days, you know what I mean? Like, can you talk about how those experiences being on those big tours like that back then were, and the response of the crowd?
Well, for me, it was surreal because before that you only imagined what it was like. You only saw on the Michael Jackson live videos and the Rock. You
Mhm.
only saw on video what it looks like. But when you're really there, it's almost like living a dream. It's like living in something. You created this, but somehow you feeling like you're being blessed with this. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest feeling, man. You know, you spend all this time focusing on this one thing, and when you get it, it seems unreal. You know, look, you know, and I was one specifically. I remember stopping Keith one time. We were in front of a lot of people, man, and Keith was so used to just getting on and getting off, you know, just doing his normal routine. I was like, Keith, look at that, bro, and I was telling him to look at the crowd, and I mean, it was just a sea of people, man, going crazy after Keith had just killed it, you know. So it was just unbelievable, man. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun touring. You know, we got to fly on Hammer's plane. He had, you know, he leased a jet, an Airbus, and we went out on that a lot of the times. And other than that, you know, we had our own tour bus. You know, we had our own band. We had our own thing that we did, and it was just fun, man. You know, through the good times and the bad times. You know, uh, that's what it's all about, is the experience. You know, all the girls, man, I mean, it was just unbelievable, man. You know, to go from one thing to the next because your video is number one. You know what I'm saying? It was just unbelievable to me, man. You know, the power of TV. Uh, you know, a certain thing you do on television will make somebody love you or hate you, and they
Right.
don't. It doesn't even have to be true, either side of it. You know, so it was pretty wicked having that experience and having all of those people sing your song back to you, and they know the song now. It's their song. You know what I'm saying? It,
Right.
it was just deep, man. It's just a dream come true is the best I can put it, man. To dream and desire to be like your idols and then have people idolizing you and singing your songs. It's like, that's pretty hard to explain, man.
Yeah, man. I can just
Okay.
imagine.
Yeah.
All right, we talking about all the good sides. I want to know one thing. Can you recall any spoof moments that y'all had, like whether stage dress or maybe forgetting the dance step on live, or maybe one fell
Oh,
off the stage? Can you remember any of those things that made you laugh and be like, "Oh man"?
listen, man, they had the smoke machines, right?
Uh-huh.
And every so often, the people that would put the stages up, they used to cover the stage in this rubber like stuff that's perfect for tennis shoes, not wet.
Right.
But when it's wet, you can't even, it's just ridiculous. So, anyway, this one particular show, they got the fog machines going, the lights and stuff going, everybody's screaming. And then when they called us out, everybody that hit the stage, you might as well say damn near did a flip, man. Everybody that hit the stage, I mean, it was just disastrous. But we were so silly at the time that we all started laughing and just made fun of it, you know, because everybody, even the audience, can tell, hey, it's wet up there, because they all fell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, we had one of those. We had a situation in the early days. We were singing at a skating rink, and the microphones went out, and we had to just sing a cappella, and we ended up getting chased and mobbed out of there. Uh,
Uh,
and it was always times where we messed up on some steps here and there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just all the time, but there was, you know, it's all when you're on tour. I remember in particular that I used to be really, really stickler to all that stuff and how you
uh-huh.
sound on stage and stuff. And it was a lot of times when we came on stage and I was mad, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is happy and ready to check for girls and stuff. And I would be pissed off, ready to fight because we sounded like trash on stage. You know what I'm saying? I was intense, man. I was an intense young cat, man. But the touring days, man, were fun. falling asleep, watching the guys be so tired, seeing everybody go through their homesick moment. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? All of that, you can't buy that experience, man. Have somebody that you know that's a tough dude breaking down crying because he tired as hell. He didn't know this was like this. You know, he didn't know this was a real thing that we got ourselves into. So it was
Mhm.
funny just seeing all that stuff, man, and watching everybody go through their tripping and, you know, making it through it and becoming soldiers and veterans. You know, I got a chance to watch my guys go from, you know, barely staying out of the audience to being stars. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool.
Man, like you think about a lot of the artists that you have come across in your career. Who was the most influential for Stephen Russell?
Man, it's hard to say. Michael Jackson was my idol. You know, that's who made me want to be an entertainer and in the music business. But then, you know, you got Babyface, Howard Hewitt, O'Brien, Prince,
Mhm.
Melvin Riley, JT from Kool and the Gang, Leon Silvers. Uh, There's just a lot of people that helped make Stevie Wonder. It was just a lot. Charlie Wilson. You
Mhm.
know, it was a lot of people that helped make me who I became as an artist and as a singer. Um, a lot of people. But what was the question again? I got on.
It was who was the most, say, influential for
Oh,
Stephen Russell?
Michael Jackson. Meeting Michael Jackson, man, had to be one of the greatest. And meeting Charlie Wilson was one of the greatest. And you know, and before I was famous, I met Howard Hewitt at a concert. That was just amazing. But in my whole career, when I was in New York working on this group called B2K, and um, Michael Jackson, you know, the guy that I'm there working with, Dave, my buddy Dave McPherson, his boss brings Michael Jackson in the office, just walks him in the office to us. So it was just like one of those, like, what? It was like that, you know. So that was probably the most impactful person that I ever met, man, that influenced me. It's Mike.
Definitely. Hey, K, what we got coming up next, man?
Hey, check this out. We're gonna go back to the very beginning. We're gonna go back to one of the songs in the beginning right here.
Take me back there.
Is that so? I've been listening to everything you've been saying, and I think it's about time that I let you know what's really going on. Let's stop for a moment and take a look at what's really going on. You're giving false perceptions of the way I've treated you, when all the while when I was loving there was nothing wrong. So tell me why you make it seem like I'm some kind of Jekyll and Hyde, when you know the reasons why it is I tripped on you. So don't you make it seem like I put my hands on you. What you want people to think, what we do when our home's supposed to stay right there. What kind of picture you trying to paint? Sure ain't no Mona Lisa, cause you're running out of pain. You make me sing something that I ain't. Girl, I don't understand how you could do this to your man. Love ain't the same, cause you played your card and got in the game. There's two sides to every story. You said your piece, now the blame is on me. How could you have the audacity to say these things that you say about me? Two sides to every story. The blame is on you. the audacity to say these things that you say about me. Let's agree for a moment that love was good and there wasn't nothing wrong. Until the day you said you needed time to yourself. Until the time you said you should've let me go. I wonder why, after all this time, now you're not gonna cry. Girl, you know what's going on, you brought this on yourself. Stop tripping, telling stories like you in this by yourself. What you want people to think, what we do in our home, supposed to stay right here. What kind of picture you trying to paint? Sure ain't no Mona Lisa, cause you're running out of pain. You make me sing something that I ain't. No, I don't understand how you could do this to your man. Love ain't a game. You played your card and now you end up in the game. There's two sides to every story. You said your piece, now the blame is on me. How could you have the audacity to say these things that you say about me? Two sides to every story. The blame is on you, the blame is on me. How could you have the audacity to say all these things that you say about me? There's two sides to every story. Well. There's two sides to every story. What you want 'em to think, babe? I don't want 'em to think we run around, play around. What kind of picture you trying to paint? It ain't no Mona Lisa. Ain't no Mona Lisa. Let me sing something that I ain't. No, I ain't like that. How you could do this to your man? Scandalize my name. Now I don't feel the same. Fellas, help me sing. Whoa. Yeah. Oh no. Scandalize my name. I don't feel the same. Yeah. There's two sides to every story. You said your piece, now the blame is on me. How could you have the audacity to say these things that you say about me? Two sides to every story. The blame is on you. The blame is on me. How could you have the
Nikhil Jones, I agree with you so much. He's definitely a very regal, talented icon. He have inspired so many artists, relationships, and appreciate and love you so much, brother. Much love to you, King.
See, I had to make sure I played them old school because to see the look on his face when it came on,
Right.
he was like, "Oh
Like, what do you
man."
know about that, man?
I know we got one more, Kay. I know we got one more before we get out of here.
Yes, sir, man. Let's go with one of the most top ones that really rocked the spot with them, man. And we talking about All I Do Is Think of You, man. I think I grinded on a lot of booty with women for that right there. You know what I mean? Red light specials was definitely in effect.
Yes, sir.
Right. Uh-oh, you might have to play the new single, Lady in My Life.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we might have to. Yes, we got to play that one. Got to play that one.
Oh, there you go.
This is the time when you start seeing them lurking. They looking around the party now.
I can't wait to get to school each day and wait for you to pass my way. And bells start to ring, and angel starts to sing. Hey, that's the girl for you. So what are you gonna do? Hey, little girl, I love you so. I've begun to take the long way home, just so I can be alone, to think of how to say my heart.
Vicky P, my sis, live with Vicky P is on here.
There's so many things that I want to tell you, baby. I'm in love with you. I think the world of you.
Baby, day and night is all I do.
Rico C. Hey, there's a comment talk about run that back so he can slow grind with his wife. See that? I was telling you,
I know that's right.
You still DJ Groove. What's going on with you? Rock the block. Hey man, this is it right here. Put the red lights on. Snuggle up real close. It's just happy y'all is over 45. You ain't got to worry about going half on a baby. It's
that ear hustle.
That's it. It's that ear hustle right here.
There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, our love will shine. Lighting the night. Just put your trust in my heart and meet me in paradise. Now is the time. Girl, you're every wonder in this world to me.
man. Come on. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Who can you honestly say can redo a Michael Jackson record and sound just like Michael Jackson? Like, who else could do that?
Man.
Who else could do that, man? But
Yeah, I
that's
like that one.
that right there was definitely it. But Steve, man, I want to let you know we're coming to the end, and I want to thank you so much for coming on. And definitely, you know what I'm saying, I'll see you again at the end of the month with the Fleet Nation doing the
Right.
artist spotlight. So definitely, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get back to partying some more. But I want to thank you for coming back on the Real 360, man. It means so much to us. And we just wanted to honor you and let you know how much, you know what I'm saying, you have made an impact in our lives.
Well, I appreciate it, man. You know, it's I tell you, it's something to still be alive and still be able to be thought of. You know, there's a lot of greats. There's a lot of people that have influenced us that are totally forgotten about. So I feel honored to be honored. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. I just want you guys to know that. I really, really means everything, man.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank those who have been watching on Fleet TV, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Third Coast Society TV, GC Radio, 82.3 PUSO out in Ohio, man. Want to
I
thank
got a
y'all all.
record coming out, all them stations. I got new stuff coming out.
Hey, send it.
No,
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
make
saying?
sure you have it for sure.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. But
Yeah.
want to thank all of them for tuning in and always supporting us as well. But big bro, you know what time it is, man.
Yeah, man. It's times like this, boy. We just don't want to let it go, but we got to
Right.
roll. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Real 360 with our special friend,
Yes.
our good brother like nobody other, man, Stephen Russell Harts of the mighty group Troop.
You already know.
It's truly an honor, man, and an enlightenment for you to always come on here. And we're glad that we're able to give you your flowers, man, while it's just due. So shout out to you and the whole group of Troop, man, for bringing great music in those
Appreciate it.
days for us. And so, ladies and gentlemen, man, you have been touched and enhanced, man. This is what we talk about, our Give Flowers Back segment, man, to great legends of our times that we want to make sure that they know where we stand with them, and they will always be edged in our heart because Real to Real keeps it going just like that. All right. I am DJ KY's Allah. That's my brother in God, Josh Shamel Allah, a.k.a. Mr. PhD, who?
Himself. You
And
know.
we are Real to Real 360 without a doubt. Mr. Russell would salute Mr. Russell Harts once again. We are out of here like last year, man. Y'all maintain peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of God's nurse. We are out of here.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, I want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing and tell a friend and keep sharing because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KY, my brother, take us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of God's nurse. To all the human families on the planet Earth, I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness. To be the man, woman, and child of the you and I verse. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the Real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's time I end it just the way I bring it.